Yashodanandana Brajaganarangana Yashodanandana Brajaganarangana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Yashodanandana Brajaganarangana Yashodanandana Brajaganarangana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe, Jai Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe, Jai Prabhupada, 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 Gaura Jai Vishupal Paramahamsa Pri Pradgacharya Stotra Satta Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhai Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Skandi Giti, Founder Acharyas, Divine Grace of Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Tiny Tagore Primanande, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru, to Sri Gauranga, all glories to Sri Prabhupada. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Taksurandilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jita Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavamsya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakantana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusiti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Terubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evasya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, let us first offer respectful obeisances unto Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, unto Narayan Rishi, the Supremost Human Being, unto Mother Saraswati, the Goddess of Learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta prayasa bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Tamashloke Bhaktir Bhaviti Naistiki. And by regularly hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering a service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome within the heart becomes destroyed practically to nil, and loving devotional service unto the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, becomes established as an irrevocable fact. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttama Sloka Charitam Sakara Bhagavan Rishi Nistreya Sayalokasya Dhanyam Swastaya Namaha. This is known as the Grantaraj, the king of all Vedic literatures, is the literary incarnation of God. It is compiled by the incarnation of God, the Srila Vyasadeva. It is meant for the ultimate good of all people. It is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Sarabhyaya Namaha.
Om Surabhyaya Namaha.
Om Sarabhyaya Namaha.
Om
Om Sarabhyaya Namaha.
Surabhyaya Namaha. Om Surabhyaya Namaha.
Mukam karoti vatanam pangum nagayate girim yatkripa tamaham bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam yatkripa tamaham bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam. Hare Krishna. Bhagavatam class, we are continuing from Canto number 1, chapter 6, entitled A Conversation Between Narada and Vyasadeva. And today we are doing text number, I believe, 2828 now. Yes. Paryujamane Magi Tam Shuddham Bhagavatim Tanum Arabdha Karma Nirvano Nyapatat Pancha Bhautikaha. Paryujamane Maitam Shuddham Bhagavatim Tanum Arabdha Karmanir Vanu Nyapatat Pancha Bhautikaha. Prayujamane Maitam Shuddham Bhagavatim Tanum Arabdha Karmanirvano Nyapatat Pancha Bhautikaha. Paryujamane Maitam Shuddham Bhagavatim Tanum Arabdha Karma Nirvano Nyapatat Pancha Bhautikaha. Prayujyamane Maitam Shuddham Bhagavatim Tanum Arabdha Karma Nirvano Nyapatat Pancha Bhautikaha. Prayujyamane Maitam Shuddham Bhagavatim Tanum Karma Nirvano Nyapatat Pancha Bhautikaha. Prayujyamane, having been awarded, Mayi, on me, Tam, that, Shuddham, transcendental, Bhagavatim, fit for associating with, of Godhead, Tanum, body, Arabdha, acquired, Karma, fruitive work, Nirvana, prohibitive, Nyapatat, quit, Panchabhotikaha,
Panchabhutikaha,
body made of 5 material elements.
body made of 5 material elements.
Purport, translation and purport by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Ki.
Jai.
Having been awarded a transcendental body befitting an associate of the personality of Godhead, I quit the body made of 5 material elements and thus acquired fruitive results of work, karma, stopped. Can you repeat after me? Having been awarded
Having been awarded
a transcendental body
a transcendental body
befitting an associate
befitting an associate
of the personality of Godhead,
of the personality of Godhead,
I quit the body
I quit the body
made of 5 material elements
made of 5 material elements,
and thus
and thus
all acquired fruitive results
all acquired fruitive results
of work,
of what?
karma,
Karma.
stopped. Purport. By the personality of Godhead that he would be awarded a transcendental body befitting the Lord's association, Narada got his spiritual body as soon as he quitted his material. This transcendental body is free from material affinity and invests in 3 primary transcendental qualities, namely eternity, freedom from material modes, and freedom from reactions of fruitive activities. The material body is always afflicted with the lack of these 3 qualities. The devotee's body becomes at once surcharged with the transcendental qualities as soon as he is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. It acts like the magnetic influence of a touchstone upon iron. The influence of transcendental devotional service is like that. Therefore, change of the body means stoppage of the reaction of 3 qualitative modes of material nature upon the pure devotee. Now, there are many instances of this in the revealed scriptures. Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad and many other devotees were able to see the personality of Godhead face to face, apparently in this. This means that the quality of a devotee's body changes from material to transcendental. That is the opinion of the authorized Goswamis via the authentic scriptures. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said that beginning from the Indra Gopa germ up to the great Indra, all living beings are subjected to the law of karma and are bound to suffer and enjoy the fruitive results of their work. Only the devotee is exempt from such reactions by the causeless mercy of the Supreme Authority, the personality of Godhead. Translation. Again, having been awarded a transcendental body befitting an associate of the personality of Godhead, I quit the body made of 5 material elements and thus all required fruitive results of work, karma stopped. Mm. So this is describing how Narada Muni, because of his nicely practicing devotional service, became so purified that uh, upon leaving his material body, immediately acquired his transcendental body. It is said that some rare examples are there that those who are very advanced, great devotees, they can leave this world in the same body because their body has become totally uh, spiritualized. So that is the effect of engaging ourselves in activities of devotional service. The quality of that service needs to be present. Mm, that is uh, what is it? The definition of devotional service, pure devotional service. Ahai tukiya pratihata. Savai pumsam paro dharmo tatho bhakti radhok saje. Ahai tukiya pratihata. Without material motivation and also without interruption. So this is the example of Narada Muni, as he is explaining it, Srila Vyasadeva, Srila Vyasadeva. Um, we hear from our acharyas that generally one does not immediately go back to the spiritual world. One goes to that planet where Krishna is performing his Leela, somewhere in some universe, because the Lord appears in all the different universes in due course of time. So wherever the Lord is performing his pastimes, then then those living entities who are qualified. So when the Lord performs his pastimes, who participates in the Lord's pastimes? There are three types of people, three types of devotees who participate in the Lord's pastimes, isn't it?
Demigods.
Demigods, yes, it is. Um, demigods, they are aware uh, when the Lord performs his pastimes, and some of them get that good fortune of being directly part of those pastimes, and then others,
Pure devotees.
well, more specifically, actually those who are nitya siddha, those who are in the spiritual world. So some of those living entities descend with the Lord in the material world to perform their to assist the Lord in performing his pastimes. And the third category, those who have sufficiently become purified by practicing devotional service, generally over a rather extended period of time, means like all the devotees who are fortunate to come in contact with the process of bhakti devotional service, then at some point we will get that opportunity to go to that place where Krishna, yeah. So generally, before going back to the spiritual world, we will get the opportunity to be part of Krishna's pastime somewhere. Of course, this is also Krishna's pastime going on now. Prabhupada said that Mahaprabhu appeared 538 years ago to inaugurate the Harinam Sankirtan, and this what we call Gaura Lila that was begun 500 years ago continues also today. So in other words, anyone at any time, if one is fortunate, if one is very determined, can become fully absorbed in the pastimes of the Lord, Gaura Lila. So it means that Gaura Lila, 21st century, and but only, actually someone shared one letter Prabhupada had written. Prabhupada was saying, actually, for most people, it is not easy to understand Krishna consciousness. So not everybody will become, don't expect everyone to become Krishna conscious, but our effort, our endeavor should be to give maximum opportunities to begin the process, isn't it? So this is a nice example of Narada Muni, as we have been reading in the last few days. And of course, yeah, in the text here it mentions how I quit the body made of 5 elements, and thus all acquired fruitive results of work, karma, stopped. We cannot, if we continue to create karmic reaction, then we are not freed. We cannot be freed from this cycle of birth and death. So, in other words, it is karma, karmic reaction, which is keeping us in the material world. And he continues to explain his situation. We'll just read 1 or 2 more verses also. So we just read 28 now. Text 29. Kalpanta idam adaya shayane shayanim bhasyudan vataha Shishayishor anupranam vivishentar aham vibohu. And the personality of Godhead, Lord Narayana, lay down within the water of devastation. Brahma began to enter into him along with all creative elements. And I also entered through his breathing. Purport. Narada is known as the son of Brahma, as Lord Krishna is known as the son of Vasudeva. The personality of Godhead and his liberated devotees like Narada appear in the material world by the same process. As it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, are all transcendental. Therefore, according to authorized opinion, the birth of Narada as the son of Brahma is also a transcendental pastime. His appearance and disappearance are practically on the same level as that of the Lord. The Lord and his devotees are therefore simultaneously one and different as spiritual entities. They belong to the same category of transcendence. So Narada's position is quite unique because he, although having a transcendental body, he appears primarily for the purpose of preaching. Yes. And then, then Narada Muni, we'll just read the last text here, explains how, but other great personalities, that means text number 30. Sahasra Yuga Paryante
Yoga Paryante
Udhayedam Sisrik Shataha
Udhaidam Shishriktaha
Marichi Mishra Rishayah
Marichi Misra Risaiha
Pranebhyo Ham Shajagnire.
Pranevaham Sayagnane.
Translation and purport. After 4,300 million solar years, when Brahma awoke to create again by the will of the Lord, all the rishis like Marichi, Angira, Atri, and so on were created from the transcendental body of the Lord. And I also appeared along with them. Purport. The duration of a day in the life of Brahma is 4,320 million solar years. This is stated also in the Bhagavad Gita. So for this period, Brahmaji rests in Yoga Nidra within the body of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, the generator of Brahma. Thus, after the sleeping period of Brahma, when there is again creation by the will of the Lord through the agency of Brahma, all the great rishis again appear from different parts of the transcendental body, and Narada also appears. This means that Narada appears in the same transcendental body, just as a man awakes from sleep in the same body. Sri Narada is eternally free to move in all parts of the transcendental and material creations of the Almighty. He appears and disappears in his own transcendental body, which is without distinction of body and soul, unlike conditioned souls. So sometimes the living entities, like at the end of the day of Lord Brahma, they merge in the body of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, as mentioned here. And at the end of the life of Lord Brahma, what happens to the living entities who are not yet fully liberated?
They go into the Mahatattva.
They actually go in Garbhodakshay, not Garbhodakshay, Karangadakshay Vishnu, yeah, which means the Garbhodakshay Vishnu comes from we say Mahavishnu. Yeah. So we can get a little glimpse, a little understanding of how long the conditioned soul is in his state of forgetfulness, isn't it? 4,300,000, 4,300, what is it, million years. So that means our state of forgetfulness has been ongoing for an extremely long period. So that means that generally the what we call Baddha Jeev, conditioned soul, is very heavily conditioned, and because of that heavy conditioning, it is not easy to awaken. It is not easy to overcome that conditioning. But as we see in the example of Narada and others, it is possible. And this is, I think, yeah, another 8 verses are there to finish this chapter. So, any thoughts? Any questions? No questions today. Okay, can close here. Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jai Sri Prabhupada ki, Gaurav Premanandi.